It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston. Tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Won by the Raptors. Gasol to Lowry. To Gasol. A lot of contact, no whistle.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
To Horford. And scores. Great body control on the step through.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Horford. Driving right to the basket. There it is, Al Horford. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
To Irving. Fires the three, and Kyrie Irving makes good from beyond the arc.
There is no doubt about it, Ed. This is the best isolation weapon versus lockdown defenders ever made.
So tough to guard on that trip. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 17, Jeremy Lin.
Kawhi Leonard sends it away. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Irving lobs it up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Boston with the basketball. There it is, Al Horford. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Old school equals high percentage.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Kawhi Leonard, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it.
Substitutions, Boston.
So he hits the first, misses the second. Across the timeline, it's Rozier.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Cashes in for two.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Horford. Here comes the screen. Defense making the ball hand. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Runner's good there.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 4. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Team foul number 4. First foul.
Terry Rozier at the line. First try, no good.
Stepping in for the Celtics. Kyrie Irving.
Missed the second. 0 for 2. To Powell. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Marcus Morris, strong finish.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Powell to Gasol. Al Horford swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Irving. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get your 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
To Powell. Al Horford able to recover with the block. Rozier with it. Shot clock's off as they'll search for a tying bucket. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Raptors have the lead. One of those games, every shot seems to be going down. Only 1 quarter in the books, Jay. Defensively, what needs to be tightened up?
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Count the basket inside.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Serge Ibaka sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lowry. Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
OG Anunoby at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Rozier. Hayward. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Leonard passed it off. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Hayward. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
To Leonard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Celtics have it. To Rozier. Won't go. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. They find themselves down 10. To Hayward. A couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Gordon Hayward has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Hayward. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He's 2 for 2 now.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
From the painted area, won't go down. Count it.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Down the lane to lay it in. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Jaylen Brown. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Irving. Kyrie Irving. 3 for 6 now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Leonard. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
And look out. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Raptors in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Raptors entered halftime with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics are in need of some changes at the half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Okay, it's Celtics last year. No Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. Now they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who really came into his own in the playoffs, Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry, probably a guy that can start in the league but now has to play a backup role behind Kyrie. This team is locked and loaded, and they're the favorite to win the East.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
43, Pascal Siakam. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. To Leonard. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Pascal Siakam to Danny Green. From the outside, no good. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts, at least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. Al Horford pins it. That's his third block this evening. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lays it up and in.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
And count the basket.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Irving with the basketball. The deficit now up to a dozen. It goes down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Down 12. Hayward. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Leonard. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Toronto.
Leonard. To Ibaka. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Serge Ibaka tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Big finish at the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Irving no good with the shot there. Fred VanVleet. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Into the game. Number 20, Gordon Hayward.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Can't connect. To VanVleet. Serge Ibaka, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Easy path to the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Irving. Off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That ends the 3rd quarter. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Irving. It's good for 3.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Kyrie with the rock. And counted at the rim.
Which way do you want it, Ed? Lefty, righty, he can finish with either.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Pascal Siakam trying to cash in on a 3-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Danny Green. Serge Ibaka looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Gets to the basket and scores.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Kyrie. Lets it go. Raptors have the rebound. Leonard to Danny Green. Al Horford. Huge block. Fourth this contest. Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down big. Pascal Siakam with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys holding the big lead. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Irving. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
To Irving. Layup goes down. Well done.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jumper's good.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Pascal Siakam. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Oh, he got there.
That's great hustle getting back on D.
Gasol. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, he had it. The follow won't go either. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Hayward. That pass taken away by Toronto.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Danny Green. To Leonard. Down low Gasol. Nice pass to get things going.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Celtics have it. Has a chance. Hayward unable to connect. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Cruises inside for 2.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Raptors with the victory. as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors added a win with today's solid victory. And the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. The Celtics didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Boston Celtics. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.